In the very beginning, a long, long time ago, before there were animals, trees, or people, before there were stars or planets, before anything existed at all, there was only God. God was not lonely, even though nothing else existed, because he was complete and perfect. But God wanted to create a beautiful world, full of life, light, and love. So he began his amazing work, creating everything from nothing. The Bible tells us in Genesis 1:1, "In the beginning, God created the heavens and the earth." At first, the earth was empty and dark. There was no shape, no light, just darkness everywhere. But God had a plan. Day 1, let there be light. On the first day of creation, God said, "Let there be light." And just like that, light appeared. The bright light filled the darkness, and God saw that the light was good. He separated the light from the darkness. He called the light day, and the darkness. This was the very first day ever. Can you imagine a time before days and nights even existed? Day 2, the sky above. On the second day, God made something very special, the sky. God said, "Let there be a space to separate the waters." So he created the sky to divide the waters above from the waters below. That was the second day. Day 3, land, seas, and plants. On the third day, God looked at the waters and said, "Let the waters under the sky be gathered together so that dry ground may appear." And it happened just as God said. He called the dry ground land, and the waters gathered into seas. But God wasn't done yet. He said, "Let the land grow, plants, grasses, flowers, trees, and fruit." Suddenly, the earth was full of green plants, colorful flowers, tall trees, and juicy fruits of every kind. God saw that it was all good. That was the third day. Day 4, sun, moon, and stars. On the fourth day, God made lights in the sky to give light to the earth and to mark the days, seasons, and years. God made the sun to shine brightly during the day. He made the moon to glow softly at night. And then he created the stars, twinkling lights in the night sky, too many to count. God placed them all carefully in the sky, each with a purpose. That was the fourth day, and God said it was good. Day 5, birds and fish. On the fifth day, God said, "Let the water be filled with living creatures." Suddenly, the seas were alive with fish, big fish, small fish, fast fish, slow fish, colorful fish, and quiet fish. And the sky was filled with birds flapping, soaring, chirping, and singing. God blessed them and said, "Be fruitful and multiply." That was the fifth day, and everything was good. Day 6, animals and people. On the sixth day, God created animals to live on the land. Then God did something extra special. He said, "Let us make people in our image, to be like us. They will care for the earth and all the animals." So God took dust from the ground and shaped the first man. Then he breathed life into him, and the man became alive. His name was Adam. Later, God saw that Adam was alone and needed a helper. So God made Adam fall into a deep sleep, and from one of Adam's ribs, God made a woman named Eve. Adam and Eve were the first people ever created. God loved them so much. He placed them in a beautiful garden called Eden and gave them everything they needed. That was the sixth day, and God saw everything he made, and it was very good. Day 7, a day to rest. On the seventh day, God rested. Not because he was tired, God never gets tired, but because his work was complete. God blessed the seventh day and made it holy. He gave it to us as a day to rest, worship, and enjoy the beauty of his creation. The beautiful garden. God planted a beautiful garden in a place called Eden. There were trees of every kind, rivers that sparkled, animals that roamed freely, and birds that sang sweet songs. In the center of the garden, God placed two special trees: the tree of life the tree of the knowledge of good and evil. God told Adam and Eve, "You may eat from any tree in the garden, except the tree of the knowledge of good and evil. If you eat from it, you will surely die." Adam and Eve lived happily in the garden. They walked and talked with God. They cared for the animals and picked fresh fruit from the trees. It was a perfect, peaceful life. God's wonderful gift. Everything God created was amazing. The light, the sky, the oceans, the land, the animals, and the people. But the most wonderful gift of all was His love. God made the world not because He had to, but because He wanted to. He made people in His image so we could love Him, enjoy Him, and live in His beautiful world. He gave us minds to think, hearts to feel, and hands to help others. He gave us the ability to make choices, to be kind, to be creative, and to care for His creation. Lessons from creation. What can we learn from God's amazing creation? 1. God is powerful. He created everything by simply speaking. That's how great His power is. 2. God is loving. He made the world beautiful so we could enjoy it. 3. God is creative. Look at all the colors in nature, the different animals, and the stars in the sky. 4. We are special. Out of all creation, only humans were made in God's image. We are deeply loved and have a special purpose. 5. Rest is important. God gave us one day to rest. Be thankful and enjoy His blessings. Your turn to thank God. Take a moment right now to think about the things you love in God's creation. Maybe it's the bright sun that warms your skin, or your favorite animal like a puppy or a butterfly. Maybe it's the stars that twinkle at night, or the people who love you, your family and friends. All of these are gifts from God. Why not say a little prayer right now? Dear God, thank you for your amazing creation. Thank you for making the sky, the sea, the trees, the animals, and especially people like me. Amen. The end, but also the beginning. Every day that we wake up, we get to live in the world that God made. So whenever you see a flower bloom, hear a bird sing, or feel the rain on your face, remember, it's all part of God's amazing creation. And you are part of it too. God made everything for a reason, including you. He wants you to care for His creation. Be thankful, love others, and enjoy the world He made. Always remember, you are wonderfully made, and God has a plan for your life.